Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you have been asking me what my what my dosage is for medical marijuana and kind of just how I take it, when I take it. To be honest, there's no exact dosage because everybody is a little bit different. It depends on your tolerance, it depends on how long you've been doing it for. When I smoke marijuana, I guess you just have to smoke until you feel good enough, I guess. You can get too high, but it'll come down quicker if you smoke. Obviously, if you are going to take edibles, for example, which is something I take very rarely, only because once you're high on edibles, you're high for about 6 hours, 6+ hours. So if I eat like an edible, I have to take like a very small amount. I'll take like a quarter or less of whatever it may be. The reason being is because if you are going to be high, like edibles you ingest, so it gets you high in a different way. You're a little bit more relaxed inside, so I do recommend if you're not working or you don't have to do anything for 6 to 8 hours, or if you're taking it overnight, make sure you don't have to be up early, because that is something I have experienced before, and you still feel kind of high in the morning. Not that that's a bad thing, but I am the type of person who can't really, I can function while I'm high, I can think clear, but I get paranoid if I'm going to drive or go somewhere by myself kind of thing. I'm not really used to, I don't go to work high. Unless I have extreme anxiety that day, I'll take like a little, like one hit of whether it be the vape pen or weed or something. The last time I did that was a long time ago. Like I barely have to do that. So when I was saying about edibles, because a lot of people have been asking me like what your dosage is, just start off small, especially if you are new, if you're a beginner. Because when I was a beginner, I've been smoking for a full year now, a little bit over, consistently. I used to smoke back in the day, but more consistently, I have been smoking each day just at nighttime for the most part, unless like I'm off that day, then I'll just smoke all day because who cares? So, yeah, like I was saying, so I only smoke at night because it helps relax my mind and I can sleep and I don't overthink, because I tend to overthink. That's one of my problems, and that's what stresses me out. I think about things that haven't happened yet because I just want to be prepared for if it does happen. I'm a deep thinker, I'm an overthinker. That's just the way I am. So, I hope that helps. I also have taken oil injections, like oral. They're just like a little syringe that you could get at the dispensary. I don't have any right now to show you. Actually, I'm short on all weed right now, because I still have my license in Connecticut and I moved to Mass, so I have to go all the way there for right now. So I don't have anything to show you for an example. But on the actual bottle, it just kind of says take at your discretion, meaning, take as much as you need or as little as you need. There's no rhyme or reason. You just have to see what works best for you and get used to it, kind of thing. But yeah, if you're not working, if you don't have any plans for the next whatever, yeah, smoke all you want, ingest all you want. I do know that my cousin took a lot of edibles one time and he was asleep for I think like 2 full days. Like, you'll be out. And it's good, but who wants to do that? I don't. I get too paranoid, and the thing with edibles is once you're high, you're high. Like, it doesn't wear off for hours. Like, whereas you smoke, you're really high the first like couple hours or hour or whatever, however it works for you, and then you kind of like go down a slope, so you kind of mellow out. So you can kind of control your high, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Whereas when you ingest it, you cannot control your high. I never really spoke with a doctor about that. I kind of just, I mean, my boyfriend knows so much about weed. It's insane. Like, he knows every strain, what it does. Like, it's kind of crazy. I told him he needs to go back to school to be a medical marijuana doctor because he would be awesome at it. Anyway, besides the point, so I hope that has answered your questions. As for the strains that I use, I don't have any particular favorite. I have a couple that I do like. For example, last time I got Blue Dream, and I really do like Blue Dream a lot. I don't really know the names, to be honest. Like, I can't think of any at the top of my head. I just try everything, see what works best for me. Some of them, to be honest, you know, get me higher than others. Some are sativa strains, but I mean, sativa and indica I've noticed doesn't really matter for me. Like, some I can function more, and then like some sativas will put me out, like on the couch, you know, so I won't want to do anything. Whereas some indicas, you know, I can more or less function a little bit more. Like, my mind is clear, but my body isn't high, or my mind is high, but my body isn't high, and then vice versa, depending on the strain. As I said, each person is different, so it's really, really hard to let you know, like, the dosage and what strain is best for you. I'm also not a doctor, so take this with a grain of salt, what I do say to you, because, you know, this is just in my opinion. This is what works best for my body and my situation, and, you know, what I'm dealing with right now. Currently, I am not in a flare, and I know a lot of people are, who do watch my videos. Also, I do know a lot of people, you know, are suffering with a flare when they do smoke marijuana. But if you are just coming from a flare and you start smoking marijuana, I don't know what it is, but something with the smoke, sometimes it'll upset your stomach. But once you're high, you shouldn't have any kind of pain, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, if you're coming off a flare, we all know how long it takes to really get over a flare. Like, you're bleeding inside. It takes a long time for your body to repair itself. So keep that in mind for, you know, if marijuana doesn't work out right away, give it time. You know, it really is so beneficial for your mind and your body, especially us with ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, you know, even irritable bowel. Just my recommendation is do not smoke cigarettes, because something in cigarettes, like, I used to smoke cigarettes and it just makes you like poop right away. So something in it, it's like a caffeine, you know, and I am an avid, you know, coffee drinker. I drink tea. I just love coffee. I love coffee ice cream. I love the smell of coffee. I think it's when I used to work at Starbucks way long ago. I just love coffee. And right now, because I'm not in a flare, I can drink coffee. I try not to drink it with a lot of milk and sugar, because I try to stay away from dairy. Number one, I try to stay away from sugar. You also might want to consider your diet, because that plays a huge role. I know last week, I was suffering really bad from migraines and headaches. I don't know if it's because of the weather here. You know, when I move, it's like a little bit of a different climate. It's more muggy. It's kind of drowsy some days, and I get headaches. But I took Advil consistently for a week, and I took 3 of them every single day. Do not do that, because it made me a little nervous, because I started to bleed. So, you know, it came out blood. So don't do that. If you have any kind of pain, I recommend you take like a mild painkiller or smoke weed. You do not want to take Advil or, you know, anything with acetaminophen in it. It just ruins your stomach, especially if you're on a flare. Especially, do not take anything. I know you're in pain, but don't take that. It just rips up your stomach. Plus, it says on the bottle, you know, it may cause stomach bleeding. You know, Advil's not really good for your body anyway, so, but when you're in a lot of pain, you know, you kind of are like, quick fix, you know, I understand that. But I think that's all I needed to say, because, as I said, a lot of people have been asking about dosage and strains. You just have to find, like I said, like the actual products that work best for you. you know, whether that be smoking or vaping or eating it, whatever, you know, pill form. There's so many different ways now, and you know, I just hope one day like it's legal in everybody's state, because it's so stupid that it's not even like a fucking drug. To us, it's medicine. It's like somebody taking Advil. Why isn't Advil thought of like that? Like, that causes more harm to my body, I swear, than smoking marijuana. Obviously, smoking has its downsides, you know, it's going into your lungs, whatever, you know, if you don't agree with that, then vape it, it's much cleaner. Eat it, it's much cleaner. It all depends. And if you're not somebody who smokes marijuana or believes in marijuana or thinks it should be legal, maybe you should click out of this video. But I hope that this has helped you guys. If you have any more questions for me, feel free to ask. I'm always willing to give you guys my opinion, and you know, you guys are always in my best interest. I'm always thinking about other people, you know, and how you guys are coping with your disease. I'm always open to new ideas. I'm always open to new techniques that are gonna help you guys. You know, I just wanna keep learning, because there's not many people who talk about this or know about this. Like, I don't even know how I got this disease. I really don't. Nobody in my family has it. I've been told it's a Jewish disease, but I mean, I don't know that. I don't have any Jewish people in my family. I'm Italian and Hungarian, so I don't know. But I'm gonna stop rambling, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.